Welcome along to 98 No Out, the cricket podcast. Remember to give this show a like and subscribe. Tell your friends, spread the word. Today, I'm talking to Essex fast bowler, Jamie Porter. Jamie, brilliant to see you. You must be unwinding after a long, hard season with Essex cricket.
Yeah, we've had kind of a busy first week off with all the kind of end of season do's and whatever wrapping up. But yeah, I feel like the relaxation starts today or yesterday. I was at snooker yesterday, so that was pretty relaxing.
Yeah, very well. Well, I've got to congratulate you on getting an award, Best Bowler of the Year. I can remember you as a very fresh-faced youngster at an awards night where I was sat front and centre. And I think, what was the first award you got? Was it second 11 or was it Young Player of the Year? What was the first one you got?
I think it was second 11 player of the year. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have 2014. I think that was
Yeah, that was on a night where there was a competition amongst all the boys to see who could be the most drunk on the night, from what I remember. I think it was when
yeah,
Dave's got up and actually
yeah.
couldn't speak.
Graham Napier won that one. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, but congratulations anyway. But a brilliant season, 57 wickets. You say you're back to your best?
Yeah, I think this is the best I've bowled, like across the season, my whole career. I feel like at this stage now I've become the most complete package I can see myself becoming. In terms of, I feel like I've become a lot more versatile. I've had to do it playing on wickets that are a lot less helpful than maybe I have done in the past, where I've potentially have better statistical seasons. But I feel like it's certainly the most proud I've been of my personal performance.
Yeah, I think there's a few fans on social media grumbling like they always do. But I think if you'd have said to everyone at Essex 12 months ago, for 2023, you'll get runners-up in the Champo and you'll be at finals day and lose out in the final narrowly, you would have snapped their hand off. So I don't see what people are complaining about.
Yeah, well, the way I see it is you want to compete every season. And the reality is, if you're a side that competes, someone's going to lose. And we've been very fortunate that that's actually the first time the T20, last time we were at the finals, they won it. The championship, it's the first time we'll come second in my career. So, I think, they say you've got to lose one to win one. I think, we've been very fortunate. This group of players never had to lose one, but, like it might be a good thing. It gives us some new tools to take forward.
People forget. So I'm old enough, way older than you. So when I first started going to Essex, it was in the 70s when Keith Fletcher was captain, and Essex had that fantastic run in the 70s and early 80s, and then there was the fallow period, which people seem to have forgotten about, and then the last 6-7 years back on the game, winning things, Champo twice, T20 in 2019, and being front and centre of everything that's going on in the county championship or the county scene. I think at the stage Essex are currently at, I think it's just a case of really, they are good enough and they are, as you say, competing. And I look forward to next year of more of the same.
Yeah, I think you look at the modern day game as well. Like it's the test match. Everything's stacked up in the favour of the test match grounds. So for us to have built, like for the club to build a squad that can go and compete with those, and you say compete with those, really, there's Surrey and Hampshire in the championship that we're competing with. So we're far exceeding the other ones, or have done in recent years. So I think that's a real credit to us, and you hope it continues. The future of cricket does look relatively bleak for the non-test match grounds, but I like to think that we can be the exception.
Well, when you look at who won everything this year, I mean, if Essex had won the Champo, Somerset won the Blast, and then very unfashionable Leicestershire won the One Day Cup. So, where were these big counties and all of these things? It was nearly, very, very nearly a clean sweep. I still think Essex were desperately unlucky in the end. It was just weather and bad luck that probably stopped them winning the championship.
Well, I think if it wasn't for the weather, we'd have gone into Northampton being top of the league.
Yeah.
Because you'd like to think we'd have beat Surrey at home if we hadn't lost the day's play. So that'd have been a big swing. I think we'd have beat Hampshire. I think, we really rolled the dice. And I think it was a right move to roll the dice. I think more times than not, we win that. But, we wouldn't have been forced to do that if it hadn't have rained for, we hadn't lost 3/4 of a day's play. We'd have batted for another 100, potentially even 150 runs and had a whole day to bowl at them. So, but that's the way it goes. We've been on the right side of a lot of it in the past. So, inevitably sometimes you are going to be on the wrong side of it.
Yeah. I suppose you're sort of falling into the bracket of being one of the senior players in the squad. You've been around actually longer than I thought when I sort of actually did check. Fast bowling is hard on the body. Have you made adjustments in your technique since sort of your early days of coming on the scene with Chingford? And you were at Five Saronians originally, weren't you?
Yeah, back there now. Yeah. It's more, my approach has changed a lot. It's trying to box a bit smarter now. So spending that little bit more time on the areas that need it. Not trying to, lift the world every gym session, just trying to listen to my body, trying to, build that base and peak at the right time kind of in the off season with my gym stuff rather than, in the past I've like hit personal best numbers at Christmas and what good's that, by March, like I'm a wreck because I've just gone too hard. So, so I've learned a little bit and, even just preparation for games, knowing when I need to bowl, when I don't need to bowl and being a bit smart with that.
It is a very fit squad. I think fitness for a long time now has been very high on the Essex approach to the game. And it starts quite early. Is it November that you're back in pre-season?
Yeah, so November we'll be back in and we'll literally just be running and gymming. Pretty much it, yeah. There'll be a bit of maintenance on the body. We'll get a bit of TLC in between that and yoga and mobility sessions and whatever. But that will be, pretty much that'll be what it is. So yeah, can't wait for that. But no,
tell me the difference. You were involved with England for a couple of years. Just explain to me what it's like to, you have your step up from club cricket to county cricket. What's the step up like going from county to national level?
Obviously, I don't know the step up in playing. I've got half an idea having played Lions a lot, in England and overseas. And, I'd say touring India and playing against the sides that they put out, that is as close to international cricket as you'll ever get without having it. But yeah, for me, it's just the environment. You go from an environment where it's a lot more self-driven to an environment where you literally have everything you need. So, I mean, I'm sure they'd even wipe your backside if you needed it. Like, it's, the amount of bodies, it is all, there is someone for everything, and everything is so that you can perform. So, it's a pretty cool environment to be a part of. And, it's just, I'd say it's just the environment is another level.
And boring question. You're sort of growing up, who were your cricketing heroes, and currently who are those that you rate highest in the game?
So Flintoff was number one growing up. I saw him 2005, and then obviously Jimmy and Broady. Those two, watching them kind of as before I came into the game and as I was coming into the game, and then sharing a dressing room with them and playing against them has been probably one of the highlights of my career. Yeah, it's brilliant. Like, being able to talk bowling with them and just watch them train bowl alongside them in the nets that's pretty cool. And then playing against them, and I'll never forget first time I played against Jimmy, he knocked my off pole out, and I was trying not to smile as I walked off. you're gonna get out by if you're gonna get bowled by anyone, might as well be your hero. So
Yeah, too right.
yeah, I think I was 21 when that happened. So it was, yeah, it was a pretty cool moment. Um, so yeah, weirdly enough, I don't think I've ever actually got him out in return. So I might have to
Still
change
time.
that. Yeah, exactly. I bowled it for a couple of times. So
A word
we'll
also
see.
about one of the unique points of Chelmsford is the fans. Now, every time I've been down there, whether it's particularly with championship games, I mean, obviously T20 Blast, we know all about that. It sells out, and it's a big Friday night out down the club. But there have been some decent crowds, more than decent, turning up for championship games. Have you got a few words to say about the fans and the support?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I think it's the people that make the ground. Like the grounds, if we're being honest, it's not very nice.
No.
But there's something about it that I love. No, I love playing at home in a championship game. Love it, and I think it is the people because I'm seeing the same faces every week, and there are a lot of people that travel away as well, um, and they become a part of your kind of journey as an Essex player as well. Like even you, I met you as a kind of like a supporter as well, weren't you? I know you're a bit more
Yeah.
involved with that, but what was that, 10 years ago? So, I've made a lot of friends just through being a player at the club, just from being involved at the club. So they mean a lot. And I know it's like anything, you get some that aren't as nice. I've had the unkind side of it as well on social media, but I've noticed they're the ones that say that like to have a go on social media. I've, funnily enough, never seen at the ground.
No.
So they like to give it all the talk, but they're never actually paying the ticket price to come and watch. So,
Yeah.
but no, we're very lucky. We've got a great fan base and great people that come and watch us.
And what I've noticed as well is that you and the guys are very, very good at interacting with the fans, and whether it's shaking hands or posing for a selfie or just having a chat. And I think that really goes a long way to making people, the whole thing feel like one great big family.
Well, I think that's kind of what it is, isn't it? Like, no, it's a long summer, they're long days, but like, yeah, I walk past the same people every day at a home game by the stairs, and it just gets to the point where it'd be rude not to stop and have a chat. Like these people are there, they support you, they never say anything negative. Even when I bowled an absolute pile of garbage, they clapping me up the stairs. I'm like, what are you clapping for? I was rubbish, but like it's so, they're just good people, and it's nice to be involved, with people like that.
Yeah, no, it is good, and there are a lot of fans that have been going there for a long time. And I think it is really good. It's really important to develop that whole feeling, both on and off the field, of being part of the club, and what Essex means to so many people as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, and that's a direction I can see the club going in as well. I think the club as a whole really do value the people that come through the door every week, and things like the end of season awards night, you do see it like it's a chance to integrate with people that you don't necessarily get to sit down and have a drink with, and kind of be a bit more of a normal person rather than that guy in
Yeah.
Essex kit. So yeah, it's good fun.
And please tell me that the bus celebrations are still going on. I know they used to be posted on social media a few years back, but yeah, tell me they still carry on.
Yeah, they've calmed down a little bit.
Oh,
Um,
really?
we had a good one from Blackpool to Edgbaston because we won pretty much the last ball of the day at Blackpool, and then drove to Edgbaston for finals day. So we had a good, that was very good evening.
Yeah,
Well, it was about 3.5, 4 hour drive, so that was good fun.
brilliant, brilliant. Now you're a big West Ham fan, and back in Europe, you're not missing Declan Rice. But I noticed they've set a record. Did you see that record? They are now the first English team to go 17 games unbeaten in Europe.
Yeah, people keep saying to me about kind of us being in Europe but finishing well. You got our record in Europa
Yeah,
since with that. Like if you take out qualifying, because whenever we've had to qualify for the main tournament, we've been horrendous and not got in. But our record in Europa and obviously Europa Conference has been unbelievable. Like we finished semi-finalists in a good game against Greek team, German team, Frankfurt,
All
and
right, yeah.
then winning the following year in the Conference League, and then this year we just look so at ease. So yeah, it's been a great journey.
You're going to retain it, aren't you?
Nice, yeah. Be next year.
Now, Phoenix FM is based in the Brentwood Centre, and I mentioned on the show last week that it was very busy with fans arriving for the snooker. The English Open has been going on at the Brentwood Centre, and you were spotted down there enjoying some snooker.
Yeah, I was there yesterday. Yeah, it was a good day. It was my first time there actually, so it's just bizarre.
Judd Trump,
literally, yeah, Judd Trump, Matt Selt. So yeah, I went to watch that. Actually, I was actually supporting Matt Selt, but unfortunately, the result
he
didn't
lives
go.
near you, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I've seen him quite a lot, like when I walk the dog and that, and then she's like, "Yeah, you recognise him?" Like, oh, there's a reason to support someone then. So yeah, it's always like I think it's nice if you're going to get into it. Like, it's nice to have someone in particular that you enjoy watching him play, and obviously knowing that he's local, it's just a reason to follow him and try and give some support.
Snooker was a big thing when I was growing up, and it was sort of massive with Jimmy Wyatt and Steve Davis and Alex Higgins and all of that. It seems to be getting popular again, though. I think the numbers that turn up for these tournaments, and I think it's a great. The format of these is really good. You've got 4 tables there, best of 7. It's very quick fire and exciting to watch.
Yeah, I think it's one of those like I think if you play the game and then you go and watch these guys when they get half a chance what they can do, it's just unbelievable. Like, it's so hard to be like I can tell you how hard it is to do. Like, watch Trump knocking I think it was a 1-3-5 break yesterday, and they just mopped up the balls when given half a chance, and it's something that I could only dream of being able to do that. I'd be happy with just a half century break. And then so I just think I've got so much appreciation for what they can do.
Yeah, it's the cue ball control that always gets me. That they'll put a ball and then the cue ball will travel around the table and end up like exactly where it needs to be. Just I don't know.
Well, I think that's the main skill. Like, obviously the ability to pot, was it 36 balls, is what they do on quite a few occasions, but the ability to put that cue ball in position to be able to do that every time is just unbelievable. Yeah.
Do you play a bit yourself?
Yeah, I do. I play kind of as much as I can. It was golf, still is a little bit golf, but kind of since Ellie's been born, it's been golf's it's a 5-hour day, so it's not as easy to squeeze in. So snooker's kind of taken over, and it's also like, if I'm going to play, I can actually go and practice for an hour as well. And so I'm playing quite a lot at the moment, and my cues come on a few away trips as well, and play in the evening, and it's just it's nice, it's relaxing, and I've always enjoyed playing.
I'll have to give you a game one night.
Yeah, I'm always keen.
I'm not. I used to play loads when I was younger, and I've not played for a long time. But I'm definitely up for taking you on. And we'll have to have a forfeit for whoever wins or loses.
Yeah.
All right, Jamie, I'll let you crack on. Lovely to have you on, and great to talk to you. Rest up well, and looking forward to you and knocking them all over in 2024.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.